time. We can't wait to read a book or two. Welcome to story time. We really like reading with you. Story time, it's so fun. Story time's number one with you. Story time, it's so true. We really love reading with you. Welcome to story time. Books make us laugh and learn some too. Welcome to story time. We really love reading with you. Welcome to story time. Kate and Al will blow your mind, it's true. Welcome to story time. We really love reading with you. Story time, it's so fun. Story time's number one with you. Story time, it's so true. We really love reading with you. Yes, we do. Hello everyone, and welcome to Storytime. My name is Miss Kate, and I'm so glad that you could join us today. Today, we are going to be talking about apples. And apples are a delicious fruit that you can eat, and there are all kinds of yummy snacks that you can make from apples. What's your favorite snack that you can make from apples?
What is your favorite food that is made from apples?
Apple slushy. Probably apple pie.
Watermelon. Apple pie.
I love apple pie. Thank you so much. Can you tell everybody bye?
Bye.
It seems like everyone loves apples cooked or raw or baked or maybe even an apple sauce. Let's read some books. The first book I'm going to read you today is called The Starry Giraffe. And this book is written and illustrated by Andy Bergman. The starry giraffe stumbled upon a plump apple tree. She was very hungry. The giraffe searched for the most delicious looking apple and plucked it off. Just when she opened up to take a big bite, a little brown mouse popped out of his hole. "I'm very hungry," he squeaked, "but I am much too little to reach those delicious apples." "Here you go," said the giraffe. "Thank you," said the mouse as he moused back into his hole. The starry giraffe turned to find the second most delicious apple on the tree. She picked a round, rosy red one that smelled so good she could just about taste it. When she just about tasted it, a family of skunks scurried up. The giraffe presented them each with an apple. The excited skunk family jumped all about. All this apple picking made the starry giraffe quite tired. An old gray bunny thumped up. The giraffe gave him an apple. A raccoon followed. One apple for him. The snake got two, and a rhino carried off one in his lunchbox to eat later. The starry giraffe was hungrier than ever. Only one lonely apple remained on the tree. She looked around to see if anyone else might arrive. It was all quiet. The giraffe stretched up high and picked the last apple. Then she noticed a tiny inchworm staring up with a hungry face. Worms quite enjoy apples, so she gave him the final one. The giraffe's stomach rumbled. She felt tired and a little sad. After a few moments of rest, the starry giraffe stood up tall. She walked to the next tree and ate 27 apples. The end. So that giraffe had many, many apples to choose from because there were many, many apple trees. So there's lots of apples for everyone. The next story I'm going to read you is called Snow White and the Apple Pie Contest. And this book is written by Jenna Mueller, and it is illustrated by Heather Burns. My name's Clementine. You can call me Clem. I'm a dachshund who loves fruits and veggies, especially apples. Do you know who else loves apples? My friend Snow White. I I met Snow White through my pal and fellow wiener dog Grouchy, who's more of a glass half empty kind of guy. He has 6 siblings: Smiley, Smarty Pants, Yanni Johnny, Silly Billy, Sniffles, and Timid Tucker. Snow White and her 7 dogs have an apple tree that's older than you and me, even older than your grandma and grandpa. Snow White uses the apples to make her famous pie. Snow White's pie is so delicious, she wins the kingdom's apple pie contest every year. I thought everyone was happy for her. Snow White's just about the nicest person I know. But as it turned out, her stepmom, the Queen, was jealous of her prizes. One September, the Queen decided she'd had enough of second place. She gathered a batch of rotten apples and baked a pie with them. "This will make Snow White so sick, she'll miss this year's contest," she cackled. The Queen delivered the pie to Snow White's cottage. I was visiting Grouchy when she arrived. "That pie stinks," I said. It smelled worse than a pack of wet dogs. "That's because it's a very, very special pie," the Queen said. "Snow White, won't you please have a bite?" Like I told you, Snow White is nice. She grabbed a fork, sat down at the picnic table, took a nibble, and fainted. Silly Billy caught Snow White before she hit the ground. "What was in that pie?" Grouchy growled at the Queen. "Rotten apples," she proclaimed. "They'll keep Snow White fast asleep, at least through the pie contest. Victory will be mine." And with that, she gathered her rotten pie and ran away. "There has to be something we can do to wake Snow White up," Sniffles said between sneezes. "What helps you stay awake?" I asked Yanni Johnny. He blinked. "Iced coffee." We held up Snow White's head and tried dribbling iced coffee into her mouth. No luck. Smarty Pants flipped through his copy of Greyhound's Anatomy. "It says here that true love's kiss will wake her up," he reported. "Does Snow White have a crush on anyone?" I asked. "Prince Jonathan Gold," Smiley said, his tail wagging. "He lives on the most beautiful orchard in the kingdom, and Snow White blushes like Timid Tucker when they chat about apples." I volunteered to fetch Prince Jonathan, who I found high up on a ladder picking apples. "Hiya, Clem. Can you grab me a basket? I've gathered an entire bushel," he said. "There's no time for bushels or baskets. Snow White is sick and needs your help." Prince Jonathan leaped down and we dashed toward the cottage. "What can I do to help?" he asked Smarty Pants. "True love's kiss is what she needs," Smarty Pants said. "So if you could give her a peck on the cheek, that should do the trick." "Do you think Snow White likes me that way?" Prince Jonathan asked. "I always thought she was out of my league." "Don't be so hard on yourself," Smiley said. "Kiss her," I said. And so Prince Jonathan blew her a kiss. The magical kiss wafted through the air and landed smack dab on Snow White's rosy cheek. And guess what? She woke up. "Oh," Snow White beamed. "Prince Jonathan Gold, what are you doing here?" We explained what her jealous stepmom had done and how Prince Jonathan's kiss had been the magic to wake her up. "I think we should go on a date," Snow White told Prince Jonathan. "But first, I need to bake my best apple pie yet and show my stepmom who's boss." You should have seen the Queen's face when Snow White showed up at the kingdom's apple pie contest, especially after Snow White was awarded first prize. The Queen turned green with envy. "Can I take you out to celebrate?" Prince Jonathan asked Snow White. "I have a better idea," she said. They filled their mugs with warm apple cider and went for a walk with Snow White's 7 dogs through the autumn forest. It was sweeter than a Honeycrisp. The end. So that was a fun Snow White story, very different than what you're used to, but pretty fun nonetheless.
Here we are at Hidden Hills Orchard, and we are greeted by Katie, who runs Hidden Hills Orchard, and she is going to give us a tour.
We grow over 25 different varieties of apples at this orchard, and on any given weekend you have a different variety that you can pick. This weekend the you pick, for example, is Crimson Crisp, but if you look up there, I don't know if you can see up there, but up there we have a list of all of our different varieties. So like last weekend we had Gala and Honeycrisp for you pick. Next weekend we'll probably have Golden Delicious. Stretches all the way through the season till the end of the year when we have Gold Rush and Pink Lady. When you come and pick with us, you would pick into these bags. We pick by the bag size, and that just means we're not going to weigh your bag, so you want to make sure you pick a bag that you think you can fill up. So this is a 5-pound bag of apples. or will be, and this one would fill up to 10 pounds, which doesn't seem like much, but if we come over here, this is a 5-pound bag of apples. And so that's how many apples you would get in that one small bag of apples. So really cool. Also, one thing that's really nice about coming out to our farm is that every open bag that is in these bins are apples you can taste. And so if you are not familiar with an apple, you're welcome to grab a taster apple and taste all the different ones. And then we also have a really cool chalkboard back here that shows all of our sweet tart, where the apples fall from sweet to tart. So it gives you an idea of that as well. So we are always happy to help with any questions you have. And we have lots of yummy things for y'all to test out.
Now we're following Katie down to the orchard where we are going to see the apples on the trees. Are you excited about that, Mal?
Very excited about that.
So we're down here where we're going to pick some apples. And as we notice, there's signs. We always try to make it pretty easy for everybody to find it. So there's signs with the U-pick so you know which ones to go. And we actually do put some ropes out just so that you don't accidentally pick the wrong ones that aren't quite ready yet. So, but look at all of these red apples that are ready to be picked. So let's pick some and see if Melanie knows how to remember how to pick an apple. Yeah. So sometimes I do have to use 2 hands, and so that's always a good way to do. So that way you can hold the branch sometimes, and then you can also just go up towards the sky, and it comes up like that too. One reason I like to hold the branch is because I want to leave the leaves behind, because the leaves are actually next year's apple harvest. And so if we take all the leaves off, if we break all the leaves off the tree, we won't have apples next year. So sometimes I always like to pick with 2 hands, because you have 2 hands, and then they just come right off. And that's pretty easy. That's how we apple pick.
Yay! All right, guys, we had fun here at Hidden Hills Orchards. You guys should come out here. It's great, and it's nice and peaceful, and plus they have apples. So good.
The next story I'm going to read you is called Hungry Bunny, and this is an interactive story, so we have to invite our good friend Miss Mel, and come on in, Miss Mel.
I'm hungry, but I'm no bunny.
How you doing?
Okay. How you doing?
You ready to read this story about a hungry bunny?
Hungry, hungry bunny.
What do you think she's hungry for?
Apples.
Apples, that's right, Hungry Bunny. And this book is written by Claudia Rueda. Here I come. Grr, grr. Can you hear my tummy rumble? I'm one hungry bunny. Grr.
Oh, man.
Grr. It's time for a red, delicious, and hard to reach apple. Maybe you could help. Could you please shake the book so that the apples fall down? All right, you ready?
You ever hear of Newton?
Shake the book, shake the book, shake the book.
You shook that book.
Not the leaves. Could you blow them away? That's much better, thank you.
Pretty picture.
Oh no, my scarf has blown away too. It's stuck in the book and I'm still hungry.
Sounds like it's got a
Could you help me grab my scarf? Go ahead, help him grab his scarf. Ooh, 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 you got it, good job. Will you place the scarf here for me and hold it tight? I can use it to climb the tree and pick those tasty apples. Just one more, great teamwork. I got them all. Can you hang on to that scarf for me? Whoops, I'm running late. What an uphill battle. Wait a minute, why am I going uphill? We can fix that. Can you tilt the book for me? Easy as pie. Now my wheels are turning. Why don't we have even more fun? Would you rock the book back and forth, back and forth, back and forth?
It's gonna fall asleep or is it gonna...
Zowie! Keep going!
Oh no!
And get ready to turn!
What in the world?
Uh-oh!
Yep, T, I said he was gonna hit a rock.
Get ready to tumble! Oops, I guess I upset the apple cart. Where are all the apples? Here they are. I'll just pick these up. On the road again. But what's this? Hey, I think I'm going to need some help. Can you use my scarf to make a bridge? Go ahead. Use his scarf to make a bridge.
Sure. Why don't I do that?
Look at that! You did a good job, Mel. Perfect. Thank you. I'm at the end of my rope. Good thing I'm almost home. I'm stuck. Would you give me a little push, please? Pop! Right on time for Mom's apple pie. Not a bad apple in the bunch.
Aww.
Yum. I saved a piece for you. Do you like apple pie, Mel?
I love apple pie.
Me too. That was a fun book.
It was. It's cute. Hungry Bunny.
The next story I'm going to read you is called Apple Pie Picnic.
Oh boy.
And this book is written by Alicia Duran, and it is illustrated by Brian Fitzgerald. This is the apple tree, El Manzano, that grows near the house where Rosa lives. This is the sun, El Sol, that shines every day on the tree near the house. This is the rain, La Lluvia, that soaks the leaves and branches and feeds the apple tree near the house where Rosa lives. These are the birds, Los Parajos, that build a nest in the tree. This is the cat, El Gato, who tries to creep close to the nest, built by birds on a high branch which grows on the tree near the house where Rosa lives. This is Rosa's dog, El Perro, who chases away the cat, which helps the bird in her nest. These are the flowers, Las Flores, that bloom every spring on the tree near the house where Rosa lives with her family and her pets. These are the bees, Las Abejas, that buzz from flower to flower, pollinating the blossoms so they can grow fruit. And this is Churro, getting stung by a bee. Ouch! This is the special resting spot that Rosa found in the crack of the tree, El Arbol, which grows near her house. These are the squirrels who scurry up and down the tree near the house where Rosa lives. This is the little girl, La Niña, Rosa, climbing up to her resting spot while Churro points his nose up as if to say, "Take me with you." And this is Dulce, the cat, climbing up the trunk of the tree near the house where Rosa lives. The warm days of spring, La Primavera, pass by as Rosa watches the apple blossoms slowly turn into fruits. These are the small apples, Las Manzanas, which emerge from the blossoms, pollinated by bees who buzz from branch to branch on the tree that grows near Rosa's house. These are the apples, red, ripe, and ready, that grow in the rain beneath the sun's rays on the tree near the house where Rosa lives. And this is Rosa, who climbs to her special spot in the crook of the old apple tree, saying to the bugs and the squirrels, "See this manzana? It's mine!" This is the raccoon, who comes out at night, La Noche, to eat the ripe apples and gets a surprise. Arf, 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 barks Churro, who scares the raccoon away from the apples hanging ripe and ready on the tree near the house where Rosa sleeps. This is Rosa's grandmother, La Abuela, filling baskets with red apples picked by Rosa's family, La Familia. This is Rosa's mother, La Madre, carrying the fruit plucked from the tree near the house where Rosa lives. This is Rosa's grandfather, El Abuelo, making a crusty pie from the ripe apples that were picked from the apple tree. And this is Rosa, packing the picnic basket, which she will carry to a shady spot under the big old apple tree. This is La Familia, spreading the blanket, unpacking the basket, sharing the food and the fun beneath the shade of the apple tree that grows near the house where they live. Have some limonada, everyone. Gracias, abuelo. I have a surprise.
Empanadas.
This is the apple tree that grows near the house where Rosa lives, getting ready for a long winter's nap. Vamos, Churro, let's go. And this shows you how apples start. They start as flowers, and then they turn into fruit.
And there's your Spanish word.
And there's your Spanish words. And this is a recipe for applesauce. Do you like applesauce, Mal?
I love applesauce.
So what you're saying is you like all things apple.
Pretty much, but I'm not a fan of delicious apples.
Me neither. I like Fuji.
I like Honeycrisp.
The next story I'm going to read you is called Mine.
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 So it seems like they all want the apple. I mean, they are delicious, right?
Sure.
This book is written by Candace Fleming, and it is illustrated by Eric Roman. In a tall, tall tree, at the tippy top, hung a single red apple just about to drop. Along skittered Mouse. An apple, squeaked she. How divine. When it tumbles to the ground, it'll all be mine. And she zippity-eat beneath a fallen leaf to wait.
Mine.
Along bounced Hare. Looky there, sniffed he, a crisp, crunchy lunch. Every bite meant for me to nibble, nabble, munch. And he hoppity-boinged into the tall grass to wait.
Mine.
Along padded Fox. Whoopee, yipped he, my nose does not deceive. I'll soon be eating supper with patience and a breeze. And he waggity dashed into a hollow log to wait.
Mine.
Along trotted Deer. Delicious, chuffed she, juicy, red, and sweet. Come down, Mr. Apple, this tummy needs a treat. And she trippity-skipped into a thorny bush to wait.
Mine.
Along lumbered Bear. Nummy-nums, growled he. See that hanging there? My snack, my bite, my morsel? No way I'm gonna share. And he stompity-flopped behind a pile of rocks to wait.
Mine.
Along whooshed the wind. Woo, huffed the wind. The tree began to sway. Woo, puffed the wind. Snap! The apple broke away. Down, 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 down. It plopped to the ground.
Mine. 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 Mine.
Out darted Mouse. Out bolted Hare. Out bounded Fox. Then Deer. Then Bear. Oh no. Who do you think is going to come up with the apple?
I don't know.
There goes.
Uh-oh. Mine. Ours.
Aw, he's gonna share it with that worm. Isn't that
was
sweet?
in the apple.
That was in the apple, that's right. So sharing is the best.
Sharing is the best.
That's
Sharing
right.
is caring.
Sharing is caring. Would you share your apple with me?
Sure, I have
I'd
to cut
totally
it.
share my apple with you. Are you ready to do an apple craft, Mel?
Sure, as long as it's not that.
I'm sorry, it's air dry clay, but you're gonna love it. It's gonna be super fun. Are you ready?
My God.
All right, let's get started.
All right. Oh, my favorite.
It is your favorite, I'm sorry. We are making apples out of air dry clay. We're actually gonna make a candy apple. So
candy apple.
A candy apple. So the apples are gonna be green and the candy is of course going to be red.
Okay.
Okay, so the first thing you wanna do is roll your green air dry clay into a ball. It's going to be squishy and smushy. Okay.
How do you do this to me?
And then you just roll it into a ball.
Oh, God, this is disgusting. This is so disgusting.
I love it.
Ugh.
It's very squishy. I love candy apples. Do you like candy apples?
Oh, God, I love candy apples. They just don't love me.
Me either. You know, that candy is very sticky and hard on your teeth.
It is. You should brush your teeth.
All right,
If you brush your teeth, you won't. Oh, God, this is horrible.
I love it. So we're making green apples.
Green
Once you
apple.
get your apple rolled into a ball, you're gonna put your craft stick in.
Really?
That's what it says.
Okay.
So you're gonna put your craft stick in, and then you're gonna use your red air dry clay, and that's gonna be the candy that goes over top of your green apple. So, oh my goodness, this one is very stuck to the paper.
That's what mine is like.
Just do the best you can. Okay.
I brought scissors.
Now, I'm gonna put mine I'm gonna flatten mine out kinda.
I'm not there yet.
And then you're
As
gonna
usual.
put it down over top of your apple. Look at this, like it's a candy apple. So I'm just gonna keep enough green peeking out of there so people will know that it's an apple.
Kind of looks like a broom.
Kinda.
Oh my God,
But-
this is gross.
Okay, so there's the candy on my candy apple.
We should tell them that, you know, we'll have these at the library.
We will have these available at the Washington County Public Library in the Children's Department, which is in the basement. while supplies last. So you can come ask for one and we will get it to you if we have some available. And if not, you can get a different craft. Okay, so once you get your candy on,
Oh, sure.
you're going to put your little bow on your stick. So
Put your bow on your stick.
you're gonna put your bow on your stick and you're gonna put 1/2 of the bow on one side and 1/2 of the bow on the other side. There we go. And then the last thing you're gonna do is you're gonna give your candy apple a face. So we're gonna give our candy apple,
Mine's a little crooked.
oh, that's okay, he's unique. I'm gonna give my candy apple a mouth right here. And
Oh, we have to put a bow on them?
yep, the bow goes on the stick.
I thought it was a bow tie. I thought it was a bow
Put it
tie.
anywhere you want, but the instructions say to put it on the stick.
You guys do whatever you want.
That's right. Be creative. Okay. Oh,
Now it looks like it's got a hair tie.
adorable. You have to admit, he's kind of cute.
Yeah, it feels weird.
I like the way it feels.
I'm very tactile.
You've got some sensory.
Yeah, I got some sensory issues. Okay, there's one.
There's one eye. I think I'm gonna name mine Candy.
I'm gonna name mine Crush. No.
Those
All
are
right.
very cute. So when you get done, you will have your very own candy apple, and these will dry hard. It takes about 24 hours, I think, before it'll dry completely, and then you'll have a cute little
Thing to put
candy
on
apple
someone's
that
desk.
you can display.
All right. Well, you know what's
Ready
up.
to sing them out?
Let's sing them out.
All right, here we go.
Our story time is over, wave goodbye.
Our story time is over, wave goodbye. Our story time is done. I hope you had lots of fun. Our story time is over, wave goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. See you next time. Bye. Yes, get some apples. Go to an orchard. Awesome.
Orchards are awesome.
Hi, how are you? I'm good. My name is Candy. My name is Crush. Aw, can you be my friend? I'll be your friend. Bye. Bye.
The Starry Giraffe, written and illustrated by Andy Burgum, published by Simon & Schuster, copyright 2017. Snow White and the Apple Contest by Jenna Mueller, illustrated by Heather Burns, published by Abo Publishing, copyright 2024. Hungry Bunny, written and illustrated by Claudia Ruida, published by Chronicle Books, copyright 2018. Apple Picnic by Alicia Duran, illustrated by Brian Fitzgerald, published by Abrams, copyright 2023. Mine by Candace Fleming, illustrated by Eric Roman, published by Random House, copyright 2023. WCMO Storytime is a production of MCTV.